I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Anyone has cell phones? For the massive crowd out there, we ask that you go ahead and silence them or turn them off. If any member of the public wishes to address the board, I believe there are forms out in the lobby for which you can do that, and then you can turn those in. Mr. Stoltzfus and Morgan. Let's go ahead and get started with the roll call.
Armstrong?
Yes.
Branson?
Yes.
Erb? Hedges? Overton?
Yes.
Epoch?
Yes.
Ryder?
Yes. Okay, item 2 on the agenda, reception of visitors. We have no, 2.1, we have no agenda visitors. Are there any non-agenda visitors? I see none. Let's move on to item 3. It's the consent agenda. It does require board action. It includes the following: 3.1, approval of the minutes from the regular board meeting of June 9, 2026. And item 3.2, under payment of bills, presentation of the bills for approval. That's the entirety of the consent agenda. Do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda? Motion from Ashley Overton. Is there a second?
Second.
Second from board member Armstrong. Any discussion on the board?
Branson?
Yes.
Overton?
Yes.
Epoch?
Yes.
Armstrong?
Yes.
Ryder?
Yes. Item 4, reports and recommendations of the business manager. Mr. Guerra.
All right, 4.1 is conduct a public hearing regarding the FY26 amended budget. So we're going to need a motion, a second, and a vote to open the public hearing.
Do I have a motion to open the FY 26-27 budget hearing?
Motion.
Motion from Ashley Overton, second from Cheryl Armstrong. Is there any discussion on the board? Seeing none, Katie, can we have a roll call, please, on that?
Overton?
Yes.
Epoch?
Yes.
Armstrong?
Yes.
Branson?
Yes.
Ryder?
Yes.
All right, so budget goals for FY26. First of all, we talk about this all the time, provide our students with superior opportunities to learn and grow. Second one is to maintain fiscal responsibility. Third, we want a conservative budget approach, over project anticipated expenses and under project revenue from the beginning, and continue to maintain a fund balance of 180 days cash on hand, which we reached for the first time on our last audit. And then maintain and enhance our facilities with our CSFT revenue, which is our 1% sales tax. All right, so this is similar to what we looked at in May with the tentative amended budget. These numbers are very similar, actually slightly less. The yellow is our original budget back in September that was approved by the board. And then the green is what we finalized this morning about 11 o'clock. Before I emailed you about 11:30. So as you can see, we just go down the funds, the education fund, just over 40 million, both in revenue and expenses, with a difference and a surplus of $266,305. O&M slightly higher than it was when we budgeted, 3.8 million in revenue, 3.8 million in expenses, with a positive of $55,344. Debt almost zeroed out as $1,000 surplus in that. Transportation came in under budget on both expenses and revenues on that, and spent about everything that we brought in. So 2.7 million for both of those. IMRF, this was one we talked about at the early June board meeting. We're trying to pay down some of those unfunded liabilities. So we do have a negative balance here. We are in the red there, but we do have a pretty substantial fund balance there, so that's covered. And we just want to continue to pay down that unfunded liability, get that percentage as low as we can. Capital, this is the big one. I budgeted what we brought in 1% sales tax last year for this year, and you can see well over 500,000 more dollars received and spent. And this is what allowed us to do the senior parking lot at the high school. So that was, I think, 538,000 for that project, or thereabout. So that surplus allowed us to do that. Working cash, that is basically just interest. So we have no expenses in that account. And then our life safety account, again, very close to money in, money out. $38 is a surplus there. So total $53,168,620 in revenues projected, Expenses $52,817,603. So for a surplus of $351,017, we projected a surplus of $139,000, so a little bit better than we projected 9 months ago. So, any questions on that? Yes, sir.
How often does the sales tax money come in? I
We
mean,
get that once a month,
Okay,
but we skip, we don't get any in July, so we start getting it in August, and then we get 2 payments in June.
And it's a 3-month lag, right?
Yes, it's always 3 months behind where it was.
that's good.
So, yeah, we got one like June 5th, it's always about the 5th of the month we get up, and then this year we got one, or this month, June 5th, and then June 25th, we got our second payment.
And so it varies, like every month.
Every month is different, yeah, and
No idea.
so March is usually our best month because it's what was spent in December around Christmas time, so.
Yeah, and if you'd ever like to come in and sit down with Ryan, he's got a spreadsheet and he gets really excited talking through all of that, so.
Oh,
I look forward to the 5th of every month.
You can track, he traces it all the way back to when we started receiving some of this in fiscal year 2018. So it's nice to kind of see those trends over time.
Yeah.
I think, a lot of credit goes to City of Mattoon for the development of what's happened out there at Emerald Acres. I think that's generated some more sales tax. I know there's some stuff across the county over in Charleston as well. So, kudos to those folks that are pushing some of that economic generation.
And does the same amount, no matter where you spend it in Coles County, it's divided?
It
between
is.
the 3 schools?
It's proportional on number of students, so we get about 52%, because, and then Charleston gets about 48, 49, and then Oakland gets 2-3%.
Thank you.
And so then you receive this as well, so our expenditures, like I said, were just over $1 million more than what we originally budgeted. And there were basically 4 big things I found today as I was looking through this. I shared this with you this morning. The food service, the Title I grant, and Title I grants the title grants are a little different than the other grants we have. They go to August 31st. So sometimes we spend it in July or June, and sometimes we don't spend it in July. So it just kind of varies when we get bills. And we got some pretty large bills for textbook adoption last week. So we just paid it off in full. So that came out, some of that came out of Title I. Our capital projects, which was our 60 fund. And then we had some special ed flow through we received a little bit more revenue, but we had some more expenditures as well. So those are kind of the big 4 that total up to what those are. Our revenues, 1.2 more than originally adopted. And again, it comes from those big 4, the lunch and the breakfast. We received more money because we're selling more meals and we're doing the summer meal program. Title I, we spent more, we received more. The sales tax went, again, about almost money in, money out, and then our special ed flow through. So those were our totals for that. And then all of our other accounts were just, some were a little high, some were a little low, but these were the big 4 that I noticed. And then the reason we do this at such a late date, the 29th this year, is because in the last few days, we've received $2.7 million. So if we did this at a regular June board meeting, it would kind of be a guess as to what money's coming in and what money's not coming in. We got a transportation money, or we're supposed to get it tomorrow morning. They just let us know today, so I didn't think we were gonna get it. So state waits till the last minute to pay their bills as much as they can, just like a lot of people. So it's kind of an adventure the last 5 days of the month for me. Once discussion and questions are completed, we'll need a motion, a second, and a roll call vote to close the budget hearing. So any other questions?
Any other questions from anyone in the room? Okay. Seeing none, is there a motion to close the FY26 amended budget hearing?
Motion.
Motion by Jeff Branson, second by Jake Uphoff. Any discussion on the motion to close the budget hearing? Seeing none, Katie, can you call the roll, please?
Uphoff,
Yes.
Armstrong,
Yes.
Branson,
Yes.
Overton. Yes. Ryder.
Yes.
So then, we have, move on to 4.2, board action to approve the FY26 amended budget. So the administrative team recommends the approval of the FY26 amended budget as presented.
Do I have a motion to approve the FY26 amended budget as presented? Cheryl Armstrong, second from Ashley Overton. Discussion on the board?
I think I don't need to speak on behalf of the board, but I think I could in this instance, that it gives us a lot of peace of mind voting on something like this, to have somebody like Ryan and his team that we put a lot of confidence in, a lot of trust in, because he knows what he's doing, and I just want to say how thankful that we are to have somebody like that that understands the nuts and bolts and the ins and outs of what we're talking about tonight. So it'll be an easy yes.
Yeah, and a lot of praise needs to go to Rebecca,
Yeah.
Nicole, and Katrina that do all the behind the scenes.
It's your team, right?
It is my
It's
team,
your
yes,
team.
yes, but they do,
We appreciate it.
they do a lot. And we appreciate all that they do.
Yeah, and, kudos goes to the board as well for casting the vision on how you wanted to see things fiscally, and we've had those discussions. That's a part of one of the district goals for our team, so appreciate your understanding of this and the questions that you've asked all throughout the year, saying, hey, this looks like it's coming in better. Why are we in deficit in this fund currently? And Brian's done a great job of being able to explain that throughout the year, so we appreciate those questions and the ability to be able to have those conversations and trust.
Yeah, when we're not in it, when we're not in it day in, day out, it's hard to remember everything, so, yeah, it's nice to have you guys.
Well, and one of the things, and I know, we've said this before, but I think it's always worth mentioning, when we get to that 180 days cash on hand, that's like the pinnacle for where we want to continue to be for the solvency, the fiscal solvency for the district, right? Like, that is the goal for us to continue to be at that profile score. Ryan and his team have been diligent looking over that. So hopefully that remains. We'll see, obviously some things change once the audit comes in, but that's our goal.
What's the percentage of districts that have that much money on hand?
That's increased over the last couple of years. And just like it did for us, I would guess it's probably 75%.
I would say there's a good amount right now, but I think if you talk to Morgan, who's done it for her district, and as we look forward, it's gonna get tighter and tighter as we move forward. Esther's money's gone away now, and everything's salaries continue to increase, and
Census, utilities.
yeah, so utilities, and then the state is reining some stuff in too, so it's gonna get tougher, but we got 4 more of these.
But who's counting?
I do it right.
But who's counting?
Yeah.
Any other discussion or questions amongst the board?
I appreciate that my monthly question usually that you're always, you get back with me immediately and say, hey, okay, this can explain it well, so I can understand.
Yeah, and if anybody ever wants to come in and look at anything, we'd be glad to have you come in and look things over more closely if you'd like to, so.
Very good. We have a motion and a second to approve the FY26 amended budget. Katie, go ahead and call the roll, please.
Armstrong,
Yes.
Branson,
Yes.
Overton,
Yes.
Uphoff,
Yes.
Ryder.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Gear. Now we'll move on to item 5 on the agenda, reports and recommendations of the Assistant Superintendent for Human Resources. Dr. Stossel.
Thank you. The board has before them the June 29th personnel report. Go through it. We have 5.1B, certified appointments recommending a Mr. Gary Gilmer as Matthew High School social science teacher effective beginning the 26-27 school year. Classified resignations, Cassandra Storer resigning as Williams Elementary School supervisor effective June 9, 2026. Hannah Turner is resigning as Riddle Elementary School school secretary effective July 2nd, 2026. Classified appointments, recommending Valerie Golden as Williams Elementary School classroom para effective June 26-27 school year. Extracurricular resignations, Craig Hennis is resigning as Matthew High School boys assistant soccer coach effective June 18, 2026. And then some extracurricular assignments, recommending Deanna East as Matthew High School National Honor Society sponsor effective at the beginning of the 26-27 school year. And Cecilia Vermillion as Matthew High Middle School color guard coach effective at the beginning of the 26-27 school year. We have an addendum. Recommending Amanda Titus as district student evaluation specialist effective for the 26-27 school year. And Crystal Sparks is resigning as Matthew Middle School assistant softball coach effective June 28, 2026. Are there any questions? Yes.
Dave, what is a district student evaluation specialist? Is that a new position?
So I can kind of share a little bit on
Turn
that.
that over to Chad.
And so, as you well know, we've struggled with finding district psychologists, and that those numbers, we've sat with vacancies for years for those positions. And so an evaluation specialist is actually going to be able to be hired, come in and assist with academic evaluations so that our psychologists and our any contracted psychologists that we have can focus in on their specialties and make sure that cognitive testing and things that they need to do are getting completed while we still have still keep our head above water with our
And we checked with the state and also our legal team to be certified to do that. You just need LPS 1 certification. Which
Yeah, because of all the academic achievement
Right.
tests are all at
Correct.
a level where, anything.
Yeah, that's of course hours in there.
Yeah, I think just to reiterate your point, like we're trying, I think, and we've worked with MEA to come up with somewhat of a creative solution here. I think there are 4 that are in the program over in Eastern, 4 potential psychologists. So
That's low.
it is extremely low. And so anyone online listening, if you have a child that is interested, a guaranteed position would be school psychologist in any district probably across the state of Illinois. But we see this as hopefully a little bit of a stopgap to help our psychologist, or one psychologist. And if successful, we may come back to the board recommending another evaluation specialist at that point too, depending upon how this goes. We'll continue to monitor this. And the likelihood of this being successful, knowing that it is Mrs. Titus, I think is pretty high because she's worked within the district. She knows people across the district, so I think it's going to be a good connect. And I think will work really well with Mrs. Quick on this as well.
Any other questions? See none, then I
Any questions for Dr. Scosi on his final?
Yeah.
Again, we got our crying session, we'll end every meeting this month.
I would have skipped.
Appreciate all in.
Okay, do we have a motion to approve the personnel report as presented? Motion from Jeff Branson, second from Ashley Overton. In discussion among the board, seeing none, Katie, can you call the roll, please?
Branson,
Yes.
Overton,
Yes.
Uphoff,
Yes.
Armstrong,
Yes.
Ryder.
Yes, and that wraps up our business. Do I have a motion to adjourn? Yes. Motion from Jake Uphoff to adjourn, second from Ashley Overton. Katie, please call the roll.
Overton,
Yes.
Uphoff,
Yes.
Armstrong,
Yes.
Branson,
Yes.
Ryder.
Yes, everybody have a good evening.
So
Were you
Dustin,
gonna tell me?
you're tech tonight, tech department?
Well,
Well, that was in there.
Oh.